Hi fellow investors, welcome to the channel. In this video, we are going to discuss and analyze about 3 stocks which are ready for a huge upward momentum. These 3 stocks were continuously in a downtrend from a longer period of time, which where I have seen a very strong potential entry and the potential breakout. That is why I have done a thorough detailed fundamental as well as the technical analysis on these 3 companies and have posted those videos on the same channel itself. If any one of you missed the opportunity to enter into these 3 stocks at that point, there is another opportunity right now which where I see a very strong potential technical breakouts which are going to be happen on these 3 stocks. The technical chart patterns which are forming right now is a bullish pennant pattern as well as a bullish flag pattern and the upward momentum parallel channel pattern. I see a very strong entry point again, which where we could able to enter and gain more in profits from these companies within a very specific and a very less span of time. Let me explain you in detail with the help of technical chart patterns, buyers and sellers psychology, where exactly again that we need to enter into the stock and how long that we need to travel to gain more in profits from these companies in my system. Please make sure you watch this video completely so that by end of this video you could able to have a very strong entry point and you could able to enter exactly at the right bargaining price and gain more in profits from these 3 companies. Let me explain you one thing. Whatever the technical analysis and the technical chart patterns which you are doing in this channel right now will only work when there is a huge bullish momentum and there is a sideways market. These technical chart patterns and these technical analysis will never work when there is a huge panic selling which is going to be happening in the market due to the reasons of war or something like corona. So please keep that in mind, and whenever you see a very strong selling pressure which is going to be happening in the market, I would request all my fellow investors to book the profits and gain more in profits from those companies. If you are really a long-term investor, which means that you want to hold the stocks for a longer period of time, which is more than an year, then I would request you to keep a hold of the stocks. If you are a short-term investor, which means like you are investing in any of the stocks from 1 week between 6 months and you enter exactly at the right price and you are gaining more profits from those breakout points, then I would request you to book the profits when there is a huge selling pressure which is going to be happening in the market. And currently both the nifty and the back nifty are in a very upward momentum, so the reason all the stocks are moving towards into the new higher zones. These 3 companies have a very strong good fundamentals as well as the technical analysis which I have done already in the same channel. So I want you to go ahead and watch those videos before coming into this video so that you could able to understand how strong is those 3 companies when it comes to the fundamental which relates to the net profits, net growth and net assets and the market capital value. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please consider subscribing my channel so that you will get a notification whenever I posted a videos on breakout stocks as well as the value investing stocks. Please comment, like and share these videos to the other fellow investors who ever want to invest in the right breakout stocks and gain more in profits from the stock market. Thank you very much. Have a happy, healthy, wealthy and successful life. Jai Hind. Hi fellow investors, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to discuss and analyze about SALASAR Techno Engineering, WIPRO and G Entertainment Limited. I have done the thorough fundamental as well as the technical analysis on those 3 companies in the same channel. If anyone of you missed the opportunity to enter at the time and if you want to know more in details about the fundamental analysis of these 3 companies, you will be able to go ahead and verify the videos over here. Let me explain you and deep dive into the technical analysis of these 3 companies and you could able to understand where exactly that you need to enter into these stocks again and to gain more in profits from this company. The first stock which we are going to discuss today is SALASAR Techno Engineering. If you could able to see it on my screen, I have clearly mentioned the target levels as well as the entry point. These are the new target levels and the entry points, which way I see that this stock is going to go and break a parallel channel which is going to go into the new higher zones. If you see the chart on my screen, I have clearly mentioned the pattern which is nothing but an upward momentum parallel channel. You could able to see it clearly that this stock is continuously moving in between this parallel channel only, which way you could able to see it clearly. This stock is hitting an upward movement, upward side of the parallel channel and again coming back to the downward of the parallel channel and again moving back into the upward and then coming back to the downward, which means that there is a huge competition which is going to be happen in between both the buyers and the sellers. That is why we see this stock is consolidating frequently and continuously in between a parallel channel from a longer period of time. I have provided a suggestion to all my fellow investors to enter into this stock exactly over here, which where I see a very strong potential breakout which was going to be happen. And again I see a very strong potential entry point and the potential breakout which is going to be happen in this stock. And the best entry into this company right now is exactly at 51.50 rupees. If you see the chart on my screen, you could able to see it clearly that this stock is continuously moving in a parallel channel. So again this stock is already reaching to the downside parallel channel which is going to touch over here and then will bounce back towards into the new higher zones. This is a very strong, I could say like this is a very strong resistance zone for this Salazar Techno Engineering. Once this resistance has broken, then this stock is going to go and reach new higher zones which is going to be more than 70 rupees. So I want all my fellow investors to keep this stock under your radar and make sure you enter exactly at the right price and book the profits on time. The other stock which we are going to analyze today is WIPRO Technologies. If you see the chart on my screen, I have clearly mentioned the entry point as well as the target levels. I have done a thorough detailed fundamental as well as the technical analysis, and I have recommended all our fellow investors to enter into the stock exactly over here, which where I see a very strong potential entry point after seeing this candle and the momentum. If any one of the fellow investors who ever miss this opportunity, we have another opportunity right now, which where I see a very strong bullish pennant pattern in the technical analysis. The pattern whatever which you are seeing on my screen is a bullish pennant pattern, which where you could able to see a pole, and this is a pennant which where the stock is consolidating in between the bullish pennant pattern and will break the upper side of the pennant and will reach and move into the new high zones of this company. So I want all my fellow investors to keep this stock under your radar and make sure you enter exactly at the right price, which is going to be 427 rupees, and the target 1 is going to be 446 rupees, and the target 2 is going to be 461 rupees, and the target 3 is going to be 480 rupees. The charts which you are seeing on my screen are the daily charts. That's why I always provide you the daily charts, because like I want all you to understand how the patterns are going to be in a daily chart. This stock market analysis which I am providing in my channel is not for any option trading or for not any intraday trading. This is purely for the breakout stocks, which is nothing but a value investing to gain more in profits from these companies. That is why I always prefer to do an analysis on the daily chart. I do an analysis on the weekly chart as well as the monthly chart also, which where I see a very strong entry point and the potential breakouts which are going to be happen on both daily, weekly and monthly. Then only I will do a thorough fundamental analysis of these stocks apart from the technical analysis, and then I will recommend to the fellow investors, and I also invest on these all these companies. So if you see the chart on my screen for the WIPRO, you could able to see it clearly that this stock was continuously in a downtrend from a longer period of time. Once after this downtrend is done, then this stock is continuously in a consolidated zone, which is when both the buyers and the sellers are trying to make an upper hand on this stock in within a parallel channel. Once after a heavy momentum and once after a huge buying pressure was happened, this stock was given a huge breakout with a heavy green candle and with a heavy volume, which is more than almost like 13 million volume in one day. Once after this breakout is completed, then currently this stock is again consolidating to move into a next higher zone, which is where we see a very strong bullish pennant pattern which is forming right now in WIPRO Technologies. So this stock is consolidating in between this pennant pattern, and which is going to break, as I said, the upward side and will reach into the new high zones. So I want you to keep this stock under your radar and make sure you enter exactly at the right price and book the profits on the time. The other stock which we are going to discuss today is Zee Entertainment Limited. So I have done a detailed thorough fundamental analysis as well as the technical analysis, and I have recommended all our fellow investors to enter into the stock exactly at this price, which where I see a very strong potential support for this company. If you could able to see this chart, this is a daily chart. I see a very strong entry which way we could able to find a very strong support over here. That is why I clearly mentioned a green line which indicates that a very strong support, and I have recommended all our fellow investors to enter into the stock right exactly at this point. So whoever has invested at this point are already in a very good profits now, and I see a very best entry again once after this stock has given a strong potential breakout, and by breaking this downtrend line, you could be able to see that this stock was continuously in a downtrend by forming a lower lows. Once after this stock has given a huge upward momentum and a heavy breakout with a heavy green candles and with a heavy volume, again this stock is in the consolidated zone, which where you could be able to see that this stock is consolidating in between a parallel channel. This pattern, which is nothing but a bullish flag pattern in the technical analysis, and this stock is going to consolidate a little bit more within the parallel channel, and then will break over here exactly and move into the new height zones, which is going to be more than 300 rupees in near future. So the best entry into the stock right now is exactly at 260 rupees, and the target 1 is going to be 290 rupees, and the target 2 is going to be 310 rupees, and the target 3 is going to be 350 rupees. Please make sure you enter exactly at the right prices and book the profits on time. As I said, like, the stock market is a zero sum game, and these technical analysis and these technical patterns will only and only work at the time when the markets are in a bull trend and the markets are in a sideways. If there is a huge panic selling which is happening in the markets, then these technical chart patterns will are not going to work. So I want all you to understand this concept and book the profits on time whenever you see a huge panic selling which is going to be happen in any of the stock or in any of the Nifty 50 and the Bank Nifty momentum. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please consider subscribing my channel so that you will get a notification whenever I posted videos on breakout stocks as well as value investing stocks. Thank you very much. Have a happy, healthy, wealthy and successful life. Jai Hind.